Go. Wow. Hmm. Hmm. Wow. Oh my God. Wow. Wow. Oh. Okay. Go. Okay. 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 No? Okay. Oh. Oh. Wow. Okay. Okay. Go.